What's going on, YouTube land? It's your boy JC3, and I previously created this video, but I think it was a little too long just for a review and results, as it's my money in the bank review and results video. I recorded this video before and it was like 25 minutes. I was like, that's way ridiculous. I see people do this in like 10 minutes, so that's what I'm gonna do. As we started off with the pre-show with the Golden Truth versus Breezango or something like that. This match was a pretty decent match. Pretty much no one was into it though, because it was pretty much two jobber tag teams going at it one-on-one, and it ended up with the Golden Truth picking up the pinfall. And then after that, we had our second pre-show match. We had the Lucha Dragons going up against the Dudley Boys, and pretty much what happened in this match was the Dudley Boys put over for the Lucha Dragons, which means the Lucha Dragons picked up the match, which is pretty much going to help them in the tag team division. And then the show started like 5 minutes after 5 o'clock. It kicked off with the tag team title match. We had the Vaudevillains, the New Day, the Club, and Enzo and Cass, and this match was pretty much botch mania all over the place. There were so many hours, as at one point Luke Gallows stood in a corner just watching. Even at another point, Enzo and Cass pretty much won as the ref counted to 4 but called it a 2 count. And then we had, okay. So pretty much after that Cringe Carnival, because that match was pretty much all over the place. The New Day ended up picking up the win, which makes their title reign now over 302 days, catching up on Brian Kendricks and Paul London. After that match, we had the Divas match, the tag team match of Natalya and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte and Dana Brooks. And Charlotte and Dana Brooks ended up pulling the win off of some discommunication between Becky and Charlotte. And even after the match, Charlotte turned heel. Like, what? No one saw that coming. I didn't see that coming. And I don't know how this is going to benefit Natalya. I think she's pretty much just going to turn into another Cameron. But we'll see how this plays out. And after that match, we had the two men going at it for 176th time. Dolph Ziggler going up against Baron Corbin. And this match was pretty decent, even though the crowd was chanting boring. This is pretty much one of the best matches, but not the best. I said one. This is probably like the third best match, even though Dolph Ziggler botched one time off a steel step. He slipped, and that pretty much ended up costing him the match, as Baron Corbin ended up picking up the pinfall. And then after that match, we had Apollo Crews going up against Sheamus. And as you see, Apollo Crews ended up picking up the victory by a roll-up, which you guys know me, I dislike the roll-up so much. Like, how does that build you up as a character? I mean, Apollo Crews was hyped, he's always smiling, so I don't know if he's like happy smile or mad smile. But, Apollo Crews picks up the victory via roll-up. And then after that, we had, which I think was the main event, John Cena, the face of WWE, going up against AJ Styles, the face of the Indies. And AJ Styles ended up prevailing and coming away with the victory due to an interference of the Club. That's right. And AJ was pretty right. AJ Styles was whooping John Cena's ass for the first 15 minutes of that match. But after that, the match ended up becoming pretty good, but John Cena botched a lot by doing callouts very loud. I don't know what John Cena was thinking, but he was doing his callouts and doing them very, very loud. I was sitting on my couch like pretty much 10 feet away from my TV, and I could hear them, and the volume isn't that loud. But the ref ended up getting knocked out after John Cena tried doing an AA to, he connected an AA to AJ. John Cena should have won, as he got the 1, 2, 3 as the crowd counted, but then the Club came out, did their finisher, laid AJ Styles on top of John Cena. 1, 2, 3, AJ Styles won. After that match, we had the Money in the Bank match. We had the 6-man go at it. This match was pretty good, but no ladders broke, so I was kind of sad. You know, they had a cool little build they made in the match. You know, they had some cool backstage segments with Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, and Alberto Del Rio. So pretty funny moments, you know. For a minute there, we all thought Sami Zayn was going to win because he was on top of the ladder for easily 10 minutes. But for some reason, he didn't feel like taking another step up off the ladder to get the briefcase. And that ended up costing him. But there were some pretty cool moments. You know, there was a Cesaro swing to Chris Jericho, and Cesaro threw him into a ladder. I know I'm going to botch this up. I think it's called a Mikonishu driver. From Sami Zayn delivered to Kevin Owens on top of a ladder. Or Kevin Owens landed on the ladder, I should say, breaking his back and almost in half. And I thought after that Kevin Owens was going to be done, but no, he kept on fighting. And after the show, they post interviews on the WWE YouTube page, and oh my God, Kevin Owens' interview was one of the best ones of the night, man. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Go to WWE's YouTube page and check it out. It was hilarious. But if you guys watched it, you guys saw that at one point, all 6 men were up on top fighting for that briefcase. And Cesaro was no longer going to be able to have children because he got pushed off the ladder along with Alberto Del Rio, who flew out of the ring. But Alberto Del Rio, Cesaro was no longer going to have children as he landed on his pee-pee and his groins. So, they're pretty much squished like a pancake, so he's no longer going to have kids. So then it was left to 4 men up on top of the ladder. Chris Jericho goes off. Sami Zayn comes off. You're left. Actually, Sami Zayn got power driven through a ladder by Kevin Owens. He didn't go through it. He just landed on it. And then you're left to 2. Dean Ambrose, Kevin Owens fighting on top of the cage. Dean starts pulling Kevin Owens' face onto the ladder. Kevin Owens stumbles down onto a ladder. Doesn't go through it. No one went through a ladder. I was kind of ashamed. As you see, Dean Ambrose climbed to the top of the ladder and unhooked the briefcase. And after that match, they put in a match in between, so I guess Dean Ambrose could get some rest because something happened crazy last night. But we had the U.S. title match with Rusev, Maskia, Rusev, Crush. I don't know. I botched it. And we had Titus O'Neil, and this was a pretty decent match. It was going pretty much back and forth. Rusev at one point got Titus O'Neil an accolade. Titus O'Neil broke out, and towards the end of the match, Rusev got Titus O'Neil back in the accolade. It looked like Titus O'Neil was going to break out one more time, but couldn't get the job done as he ends up tapping out. And after the match, Rusev goes out, confronts Titus O'Neil's children, pretty much like, I'm better than your dad. Your dad's just like a stupid American, basically ran. As Rusev walks away, one of Darren Young's botched. One of Titus O'Neil's son slaps Rusev in the titty for some weird reason. I don't know why, but he slapped him in the titty. Rusev turned around and gave him the crazy eye. That's right. And then we had the main event of the evening of Seth Rollins. Pretty much in everyone's eyes, the face. And then you had Roman Reigns, who came out to booze. The only people that were chanting for Roman were little kids and girls, because apparently girls find Roman Reigns attractive. I don't know. So yeah, this match started off pretty slow, kind of boring. I was almost falling asleep on my couch. Towards the end of the match, it started to pick up as Seth Rollins went for a spear through the barricade on Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins moved out the way. As you see, Roman Reigns go through the barricade, and then it looked like Roman Reigns was potentially actually really hurt as he landed kind of like on his neck, shoulder, and head area, kind of like that. But Seth Rollins can't win the match if the match stops, so he grabbed Roman, threw him back into the ring. And then from there, I believe, I don't know what happened. Like, one of the refs got knocked out during one of Roman Reigns' spears or Superman punches. It was one of the two. So it was kind of like a slow count, like the 1, 2, and Seth Rollins kicked out. And then Roman was like, I'm going to end you with the spear. Went for the spear. Seth Rollins jumped, countered it into a pedigree. But he didn't hook the other arm all the way, so he was a 1, 2, kick out. Oh my lord, this match is intense. As you see, Seth Rollins like, I'm going to finish it. Delivers a pedigree one more time. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins beats Roman Reigns cleanly with no help, no outside interference, no nothing. Straight out beat Roman Reigns clean. And all of a sudden, after 2 minutes after, pretty much Seth Rollins wins, you hear Dean Ambrose music plays. He's like looking at the entrance like, where's Dean Ambrose? He turns around, bam, gets hit with the briefcase in the face. Takes Dean Ambrose 20 minutes just to cash in the briefcase. Gets back in the ring. Bell sounds. Hits Seth Rollins with the dirty dildos. 1, 2, 3. Dean Ambrose beats Seth Rollins and comes away out of Money in the Bank, the new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that was cool because the title changed twice in one night. And that wasn't the first time it was cashed in on Money in the Bank pay-per-view the same night as Kane did to Rey Mysterio and ended up winning. But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. My review of this pay-per-view would be pretty much, I think, a 7.5. There was a lot of botches in that tag team match. Dolph Ziggler botched, John Cena botched. There was a lot of mistakes in there. But it was still a pretty overall decent pay-per-view. That ending that ending was awesome, That ending made all the pay-per-view just better in general. So those are my reviews. If you guys enjoyed, please smack a like. As you see, here's my YouTube channel right here. Come over here, click the subscribe button one time. Share on Twitter, as you can see right here. If you click that, it leads you to my Twitter. If you click that, it leads you to my Twitch. That will lead you to my YouTube, where you could subscribe. If you guys liked, please share, like, comment, and subscribe again, as I keep repeating myself because I'm a pigeon. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace.
This is my time, my grind. Promise I'ma do this right. Open eyes, see the sign. Now I give it all I got. This is not what you think. This is nowhere near a game to me. It's the air that I breathe in my wildest dreams. Seems out of reach and a little far from my grasp. Times past used to fall on my ass. Every time, heavy grind, getting mine till I reach the finish line. Never die. Tell you why I stay prepared like my life's on the line. And I'm fixing to crash and burn. I'm taking turns for the worst. Learn what was really worth. Putting first, never hurt the people that you love. And if you can't do that, then you should give the game up straight up.